You just have to hear it, and then you get it, and then I'll translate it. He says, Mil el kmocha nosei avon, v'over al pesha l'she'erit nachalato. Lo hechzik le'adapo kiachfetz hesedu. Yashuv yirachmenu yikbos avonotenu v'tashlik b'mitzilot yam kol chatotam. Come on. It's beautiful. Titain emet leYaakov v'chesed leAvraham asher nishbata lavotenu mimekedem. I know some people love to read poetry. I like Hebrew poetry. That's nerdy.
It's not nerdy.
We're coming in the summer months, so a lot of people are gone for different weeks, and just want to make sure that we keep everything organized. This is all about organization. Up here, Q&A, or Q&R, as we've been calling it. There's going to be certain weeks we're not going to be able to do it, so kind of marking those off. I still need to finish that out, and then we're moving. This week we're moving. This is just basically our workflow for one of our fully animated videos. So some projects are in illustration, some are in animation, some are writing, some are storyboarding. And so this kind of like is a Gantt chart that flows what videos and what part of the process. And this is so we can keep a video coming out every 6 weeks or so. So we kind of layer the different projects we have going on. Technically, we should always have a video in animation, a video in illustration, and a video being written or storyboarded. So there should be 3 videos in production at any point, as far as our fully animated ones. So it brings us all the way out to the end of August. And so we're going to be doing Ecclesiastes we're working on right now. Job will be next. And then our next theme video will be HS, which I bet you can guess what that's going to be, but I won't tell you. And then this one will be trickier. After HS will be NE. NE. Now this one's really tricky because it's not even on our website. If you go to our theme videos list, it's not on there. What's NE? It's a mystery.
The Book of Acts comes right after the Book of Luke and are written by the same guy. There's these parallels, and so I've got the Gospel of Luke underneath Acts, so I'm drawing out Acts for the first time now, but I'm using Luke as a reminder of
how it flows?
Yeah, of how it flows.
Got it.
It also helps me keep proportionality in mind, so I don't accidentally draw something much smaller or much larger than the previous video.
Have you ever tried to play a prank on Tim and add something to the story?
Oh man, I've had all kinds of things get vetoed. Usually silly side gags and stuff.
Gotcha.
In Leviticus, where it's going over all the animals you're not allowed to eat, I did a version that was the animals were all adorable, they were little beanie baby animals, and they were these animals are so cute, they need to look disgusting.
Yeah, so I just watched the first full draft of the video on Proverbs all the way through with the team. It's unbelievable. I just can't believe it. So for me, the Bible Project is this outlet for my learning and education and my love for the scriptures, but it's not just that. There's this team of artists. They're so amazing. I'm watching in the Proverbs video the way Kayla conceived of the storyboards and of the ideas of depicting wisdom as the thread of the universe, and Robert's role with her guiding her thoughts and helping her streamline. Then you have Mac, who did all of that hand animation. He got some new software to capture his hands. And then Josh and Darren, the whole team. This is way more than just about biblical theology. This is about these artists kind of pushing their own abilities into new territory as just an artistic statement. So every time I'm just blown away. I feel so privileged to get to be a part of this, because I just am one part, and John's just one part, each of these artists, but all together, it's unbelievable. So yeah, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be releasing the most number of videos in the shortest amount of time that we've ever done.
Yeah.
And they're all the prophets, specifically what we call the minor prophets. Everett,
Perhaps unfairly.
perhaps unfairly, because they're really significant. So these are probably some of the least read books of the Bible. They're the most odd and difficult to read.
Yeah, I remember
And
trying
you had
to
to draw. You
Yeah.
had to draw them.
I know. Well, before I ever drew these, I would occasionally try to read Hosea or something, and I
Yeah.
would get 5% of it, maybe.
Yes.
These oracles against these different kingdoms and everything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to make of it.
Dense ancient poetry.
Mhm.
I fell in love with these books pretty early on. In my education, and I think what I liked about them was that they were these short, beautifully well-crafted books that come from these figures in Israel's history, but they are speaking a common vocabulary about a core set of themes about the biblical story. And they're crucial. I mean, Jesus in the New Testament, the apostles are constantly using the language and words of these figures to explain who Jesus is. So there's really just a few things these guys are ever talking about at one moment. And there's a lot of repetition, which was interesting for Everett in drawing.
Yeah.
Because, how many messianic kings
Yeah.
and how many times can you draw the king of Babylon? My goodness.
Right.
So,
And the trick there is to not just make it a cut and paste job.
Yes,
I
yeah.
tried never to just reuse a drawing exactly line for line, except I did it once in the case of Micah because he's quoting Isaiah.
Oh, that's right, yes,
I
yeah,
literally just cut and paste, and I
Yeah.
was like, if Micah can cut and paste, then I can cut
Yes.
and paste.
Did you feel any pressure with Jonah? We've
yeah.
talked about feeling a bit of pressure with some of these.
Oh
more
yeah,
than
like you have
others.
to get it right.
Yeah, or
Well-
just like a lot of people are gonna watch it.
Yeah, Jonah
Jonah's-
was still very early in my working for you guys.
That's true.
I was still moonlighting here while working another job
Ah, that's
at the
right.
time that I drew Jonah.
That's right.
And so I don't think I had yet internalized the anxiety of you got to get this right.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what I just realized? We
Mhm.
released Jonah already as a surprise, and I call the fish a fish here,
Uh huh.
but I call the fish a whale
Oh, later in the video.
later in the video.
Mhm. Which was
I
exactly
didn't-
what we were trying
What
to
exactly
avoid.
what I was trying to avoid.
Yeah.
I myself have been so influenced by the depiction of the fish as a whale, I didn't even catch my own error, and neither did no one else pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Habakkuk, Pharaoh's head explodes from a lightning bolt. That's a high point for me.
There's a lot of gore and violence
Yep.
in these videos.
A lot of
I draw people with their guts hanging out and with their heads smashed open. And
Well,
it's there. There's no way around it. You know.
he says, "Who is a God like you, who forgives transgression, who passes over sins for the remnant of his people? He will not hold on to his anger forever, because he loves covenant faithfulness. He will again have compassion on us. He will trample our sins under his feet. He will throw our sins into the depths of the sea, showing faithfulness to Jacob, showing covenant love to Abraham, like he swore he would do to our fathers so long ago." Did.